Good morning, crypto family. Hope you guys are having a great morning, man. Hey, look, right now, just put it in cruise control. Right now, I'm cruising. You guys should be cruising too. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, don't work yourself too hard. It's not hustle harder. You have to hustle smarter. Hustle smarter. Things are going to be a lot more easier. We already been through this phase. We know that we got a couple days coming to the Bitcoin halving. We know that Bitcoin has already hit a new all-time high before the halving. Bitcoin has not broken a new all-time high before the halving before, and it's happening now. So right now, when we are retracing BlackRock, all major institutions, even retail investors who has money, they are investing right now into this dip. So it's all about what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna sell on this bull run, make sure you make you some money. That's the goal. Make you some money. But I'm here for generational wealth. But let me get straight to the news right quick. As you guys see, Dogelon Mars sitting at 2061, and it has been holding. It has been holding. And we ain't speaking about no other digital assets. It's just about like Dogelon has not gained another zero. We have not touched 7-0 since this bloody market began. Okay. Now I'm going to get straight to more information so you guys can see why the markets are like this and why Dogelon Mars is going to do ridiculous numbers. A lot of people who are holding Dogelon Mars will be ridiculously and like wealthy. We all are going to be wealthy. There's a lot of people who fall off on Dogelon. They sold their bags. All right, they came in, they came out, they came in, they came out. That's normal. But for the true holders who has been holding Dogelon and been accumulating or just been sitting in the sidelines watching, who had put they took their foot off the pedal and put it in cruise control. I'm letting it ride. That's what I'm doing. So a lot of stuff been happening lately. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these politicians, a lot of these senators, they really getting into this crypto. Now, check this out, right? Bitcoin ETF approved in Hong Kong, billboard ads unleash, which it happened on Monday. It did, but what you got
going on here because
now,
at the end of the day,
people are excited. He's definitely excited. But let me go ahead and play this clip right quick and let you guys hear what he has to say.
a lot of you guys have been asking about Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong. Well, check this out. There's a giant Bitcoin ad right now talking about the ETF that's imminent in Hong Kong. There's definitely a lot of attention going on here because at the end of the day, when these ETFs launch, they need people to buy, right? So more and more ads, more and more attention, and Hong Kong's trying to push itself to be the center of Web3. So in this financial hub with so many people, we're gonna see more of this. A lot of you guys have been.
We're definitely going to see more of that. So shout out to Box Mining. But as you guys see here, and it's getting wild, and a lot of not retail investors, just ordinary people, may see this on credit cards, travel tickets, or whatnot. You're gonna see this lifetime of givebacks currently with the best OTA in the crypto space, bringing real world use case to the market. As you guys see here, Ava Smart Program, discounts, givebacks, bonuses, and more. Get up to 13% savings on travel booking. So as you guys see here, as the get back, book and get up to 10% back in Ava or Bitcoin. Smart Diamond members receive givebacks of up to 10% Ava or Bitcoin. Every completed trip, givebacks are credited after your trip is completed. And y'all don't really see what's going on, man. I'm telling you. Dogelon Warriors, he says, imagine you're the first to find a hidden stash of Dogelon Mars coins on the moon. What outrageous purchase would you make? A solid gold spacesuit, because why not? B, a private concert by a band of moonwalking aliens. Or C, buy the entire Mars and rename it Dogelon Prime. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Dogelon Wars and Dogelon has definitely been bullish. But I'm so damn bullish because you're not understanding how much profit you're going to make after this, like Bitcoin halving. I mean, there's a lot of new investors. Listen, new investors. I'm going to do, matter of fact, for everybody, I'm going to make a couple videos of people who became billionaires and millionaires off of Bitcoin by itself. Again, Bitcoin was just like a meme coin at once point in time. Think about it. Bitcoin was not always at $1. Bitcoin wasn't even at 50 cents. It was a lot more cheaper than that. That's what a lot of people are not recognizing. It took so many years for it to grow to where it's at right now. It's all about growth. It's all about growth. So I want to show you guys this right here with the news. Mysterious $483 million Bitcoin transfer hits major U.S. exchange. A significant Bitcoin transfer of $483 million has captured attention within the cryptocurrency community today, following the revelations from Well Alert data. The transaction, executed by an entity identified only by the address 1EOB1, saw 7,690 Bitcoin transferred to Coinbase, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, notably through its specialized division, Coinbase Institutional. Now, you guys know Coinbase is a United States exchange. You have to understand that Dogelon is on Gemini. We're on crypto.com. We're on other exchanges that is in different countries. Do you understand what I'm saying? Dogelon is on other exchanges in different countries. So once Dogelon get listed on Coinbase, once Dogelon get listed on Binance, yeah, it'll be a nice rush, a nice push. But family, with this ETF, with Ethereum ETF that's about to be coming, with this super cycle, with everything that's going on right now, you're going to see Dogelon at least at 4 zeros. Now, as you guys see here, industry backs Banks of England calls for more research into non-bank lenders. Family, they're really trying to get into the digital asset. They're like, forget about all this banks. Let's get into something whereas everything is dealing with digitalized cryptocurrency. That's where it's heading right now. But I got a juicy video I want you guys to really see and sit down and listen, because Natalie, she really got off on Peter Schiff. You're not understanding when she was speaking to Peter Schiff. Oh yeah, she was standing on business. She was definitely standing on business. So you guys are gonna have to see that and watch that as well, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and play that video, and you guys tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm gonna play it right now. Here we go.
You've been waiting for it, right? Well, it's here, the halving. It's upon us in the Bitcoin community. Let's just say they're champing at the bit. And why not? Take a look at that. I think this will be the fourth run, right? The prior three all saw strong rallies over the next 12 to 18 months. Let's bring in Coin Stories podcast host, Natalie Brunell. All right, Natalie, so is there a chance, though, that when this initially happens, we could actually get the old buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing?
Sure. I mean, a lot of this has been priced in. So I think we can expect short-term volatility
Right.
as usual. But long-term, the price has been trending up. And we've actually never seen a new all-time high in a cycle prior to the next halving. So things could get a little spicy here.
We've got them on the chart here. I mean, so it's just amazing. The first one, I mean, it's just absolutely, it's hard not to be enticed by what we're seeing here, again, over a certain period of time.
Yeah, the logarithmic chart is always really expressive of the fact that Bitcoin is just going up in one direction. But, you know, a lot of people can get kind of confused. What is the halving? Because we've never had an asset that has this baked in reduction in the incoming supply, regardless of the demand. But I really think it demonstrates the elegance of this programmatic monetary policy that really is an elegant set of rules with no rulers that we all engage in and participate in voluntarily. No one's imposing this on us. Bitcoin is chosen by us, the people.
And this is the core, one of the core value propositions of it, right? But I want to ask you about the last few days. Bitcoin's come down a lot. And so folks who are anti-Bitcoin are saying, hey, there you go. It was sold to us as a sort of a hedge against geopolitics. And as soon as something flares up, it collapses. What do you say to people like that?
Well, you know, it's the fast money that's selling in and out of Bitcoin and creating this short-term volatility. The smart money and the permanent capital is seeking shelter in Bitcoin. And more investors are going to see it as this flight to safety, including when things get more and more uncertain and chaotic around us, because Bitcoin is the one thing that is actually certain and predictable. The halving is just another example of that. It decouples the power to manipulate money from the state. And it allows all of us to be in a fair competition so that real value can come to the surface.
All right, Natalie, I want you to hold right there for a second, because I'm going to get back to you in a second, but I also want to bring in a friend of ours. It seems these days everyone is gold member, right? Check this out. Goldman Sachs saying gold $2,700 an ounce this year. Now, we know, of course, emerging market central banks have been buying gold for a long time. Look at that, go all the way back a decade or so, folks. These are central banks, not the ECB or the Fed. Let's bring in Euro Pacific Capital chief economist, also global strategist, Peter Schiff. All right, Peter, gold obviously rocking. Everyone's obviously jumping on the bandwagon. The question is, why now? Why at this particular time?
Well, you know, gold's probably going to close at a new record high close today. It's only a few dollars off it now, above 23.70. You know, gold is rising because the dollar, the euro, the yen, fiat currencies are losing value. Inflation is real. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere near the Fed's 2% target. We're headed in the wrong direction. We'll probably be in double digits by next year. And eventually, the first digit isn't going to be a 1. Central banks are out in front of this. They're the main buyers. You know, a lot of Americans have been foolishly selling their gold to buy these Bitcoin ETFs. You know, there's nothing elegant about losing your money in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going up. In fact, Bitcoin peaked 2.5 years ago at about 37 ounces of gold. As we speak now, it's worth less than 27 ounces. That's a 27% decline in 2.5 years. This is a bear market. Bitcoin is going much lower than this. If Natalie were smart, as soon as this segment is over, she would sell all of her Bitcoin, because if she doesn't sell it now, she's going to sell it later at a much lower price.
All right. Well, them's what we call fighting words. And I think there's similar drivers for both. But let me introduce the two. Natalie, meet Peter. Peter, meet Natalie. All right, Natalie, some choice words for you. What would you tell Peter?
Oh, I know, Peter. And you know what? Bitcoiners don't feel the need to constantly attack gold because we're not threatened by gold. And the reason that we have this failed fiat experiment that has impoverished our nation is because of the defects of gold. The fact that it's not easily portable, it's not easily verifiable, it doesn't offer instant final global settlement. And so you know what? Centralized authorities hijacked it, they papered over it, and we have a system of leverage and rehypothecation that hurts the working class. Bitcoin is immune to all of that. It is the savings account for billions of people that we really need and can most rely on. And it offers that final global settlement that we need. And so gold is the analog version of sound money, but Bitcoin is the digital version. And that's why it's going to be the faster horse in this race.
Peter?
There's nothing sound about Bitcoin. It's losing the race right now. Take a look at your screen. Gold is up $25, $26, and Bitcoin is getting clobbered. You know, there is no flaw in gold. Gold worked great for 5,000 years. The problem is the flaw is with governments. The flaw is with human beings, not with gold. But Bitcoin is really flawed because it doesn't have any actual value. Gold is the most useful metal on the periodic table. That's why it's money. Now, it has great characteristics that make it better money than other commodities, but absent its intrinsic value, it couldn't be money. And Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. It's just a digital string of numbers. And all of this is just a bunch of hype.
Anything could be money, right? On the island of Yap, they used to have big stone money. Anything could be money if people use it as an exchange. And this is the thing.
But that's because
But here's the thing, though. You have to admit, Bitcoin is on the rise. Wall Street has embraced it. And this is just a tiny speck. I mean, could you imagine, Peter, at the rate of recognition, if Bitcoin keeps going at this rate, it's hard to deny it could go substantially higher.
Now, I just told you it's been dropping for 2.5 years. That's when it made an all-time
high recently.
And I think that decline is going to accelerate. It does not keep going up. They suckered in a bunch of people. Wall Street didn't embrace it. They're just trying to make a buck off it. I mean, these big Wall Street firms aren't buying any Bitcoin with their own money. This is their customers' money that are dumb enough to buy it. They're just booking the bets. They're operating the casino. They're not at the blackjack tables or the roulette wheels. That's their customers that are doing that.
Natalie wants to jump back in.
You know, if you look at the short term, Bitcoin is going to be volatile. But if we zoom out, Bitcoin has outperformed gold. In fact, when Hamas attacked Israel, since then, Bitcoin is up 125% and gold is up only 27%. So let's really look at the numbers that we're seeing. And the best thing about Bitcoin is, again, no one controls the ledger, whereas gold is really vulnerable to centralization and top down control, which is why we need a system that is a neutral place to store your wealth. We need a neutral system and
don't even compare.
Peter, why can't someone own
Bitcoin?
both? Why can't someone have exposure to both?
Yeah, well, first of all, Bitcoin has outperformed everything. So don't compare it to gold. It's outperformed stocks, real estate, bonds, collectibles. That's because it's a gigantic bubble. No, if you want to own Bitcoin, I don't care. If you want to lose money in Bitcoin, go right ahead. Doesn't bother me. But I'm trying to help give people advice as to what to do with their money. And if they want to have an investment portfolio, Bitcoin has no part in it. But, you know, if you like gambling, if you want to take some of the money that we're going to take to the racetracks or buy lottery tickets with or go to Vegas, if you want to take some of that money and gamble on Bitcoin or any of the other 20,000 cryptocurrencies that are out there, go right ahead. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I don't want to buy any Bitcoin. I mean, sure, had I bought Bitcoin years and years ago when I first learned about it, yeah, I could have made a lot of money selling it now to the greater fools, but I didn't do that.
That's something he said on my show. He wishes he bought Bitcoin.
Yeah, so Natalie, bottom line, though,
but I'm not going to buy it now. And Natalie, you're going to wish you sold Bitcoin. Mark my words.
All right.
You're going to be ruining the day.
We take all of this stuff,
If
Peter.
I'd only sold my Bitcoin, I'd have had a lot of money.
We got 30 seconds left. I got to give Natalie the last word.
I think the American dream has really been hijacked. We tried gold. It didn't work. It was papered over. That system has failed the American people. And Bitcoin does provide hope for us, the working class. We want to be able to work for something that has to be measured by a free market so that we can see real value emerge, as opposed to being captured by politics and bureaucracy, which ultimately is a system that benefits the few at the expense of everyone else. And it's a system in which the politically connected and the special interest groups really are at the top. And so we need a system that is for the people. Bitcoin is for the people.
Natalie,
you hear what's going on, family. She wasn't playing. She was not playing. She was standing on business. And Peter Schiff, you marked your words. Now mark my words. You're going to wish you bought more Bitcoin, and not just that, digital currency in whole. It's about to go down. Like what I said in the beginning, put it in cruise control. You got to put it in cruise control right now, baby. Bitcoin halving is in 3 days. It's about to really go down. Family, hey, are you guys prepared? Are you guys ready for this new explosion and price increase in all digital assets? Are you like, it's about to go down. So once again, I appreciate you guys tapping in. I'm about to make some more different type of videos of, you know, how these other countries was like falling with money and shit. I'll send it out to you guys. But hey, it's up for us. Peace out, family.